Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelita Sahliah. If you are new, if you're not, then welcome. Anyway, welcome back. Over here we combine astronomy and astrology together. I basically look at the visible sky and I look at nature and I interpret astrology based off where the luminaries actually are. There are more videos down below if you would like to check that out. So yes, my name is Kelita. For those who don't know, I'm a mother and I also dabble in crypto. And I fell in love with stargazing, so this is how I ended up here. And I do want to say a big thank you because I have reached 1,000 subscribers. It's been a long journey, but I am going to do a live on the 8th of July because that's like the earliest I can do it, where I will be announcing a giveaway. So I'm going to give away two things, okay? So do stick around for that if you are interested. And so of course I don't also want you to believe anything I say. Don't believe anything I say. You grab yourself a calendar. This is my calendar, but grab yourself a calendar so you can follow along. So I'm not just gassing to say, oh, the luminaries are here, but it's not where they are. No. And obviously this is just a calendar. There's also an app you can download, and there's a website called The Sky Live where you can type in and see for yourself exactly where the luminaries or planets, exactly where they are. Okay, and then you'll realize that it's a little bit different to mainstream astrology. But without further ado, do check that out. Don't believe a word I said. Grab yourself a calendar if you'd like. It is available on Etsy just for you. Yes, you. So let's get into it. Anyway, let's start what is happening this week. So we will be looking from the 25th to the 1st of July, but it is the beginning of a moonth. It's a new month that we're entering in. We're going into July. So how we'll do this video, we're going to start off with the numerology. We're then going to touch on the luminary positions and the transits, like what luminaries are moving. Then we're going to the moon phase, the moon transits, where the moon is transiting. We'll clarify with tarot to just double check and clarify the energy. It's all experimenting here. I wouldn't say experimenting, but observing, okay, is this the case? Because we don't fully know. Then we come back to the present moment at the end, because the present moment is all that truly matters. And again, this is just super weird because I can't see myself. I can't see myself in the camera, so it's just anyway. Let's get into the numerology of this month. And by the way, I also do offer personal birth chart readings. I do have an example of what I've done for XRP. Bitcoin's one is coming out. So if you are interested in that, you can reach out for me. It is only £10. So it's up to you. The choice is yours. It's there. So anyway, the numerology of this month, we're starting with I'm going to write Greg for the Gregorian calendar, because if you were with me last month when we entered into June, I'll kind of pick up on 3 different types of numerology for the month. Okay, so bear with me. So Greg, that's the Gregorian calendar, and that numerology is, we've got 7th because it is the 7th month, plus the year. You notice I don't put the 0 in my year. I don't put the 0. But anyway, that equals the big old 14. And then that breaks down to 5. That's one of my karmic numbers, so I find that interesting. We then have the, I'm going to call this the financial year one. Okay? I'm just putting finance. Anyone who, obviously I've explained, so you would know. So this one is if we actually start the month, if we went by the actual numbers of the month, like for example, October means 8. So really that's the 8th month, not the 10th. So it's technically starting with March being the first month. So the energy is coming through on that. We've got a 12-3. The reason I write it down like this, we do take note of just the last number. But you see how I notice that this is a karmic number? It's 12-3. No. No, 13 is the lowest one, I think. When you notice there's like a karmic number in there, especially if you've got karmic, which is that number, you'd know how to operate more. You'd know, okay, something that's potentially coming up here will be like a challenge for me, or it will it's something for you to overcome in this month. That's how I look at it. So that's why I write it like that, so we can see if any karmic numbers come up. And then we've got the 13 moonth. I know I wrote moonth. So this would be if we're following the 13th lunar cycle type of thing, where there are 13 months in the year, 28 days per month plus an extra one, making it 365. So that would be so that would start in April. Okay, that would be April, which makes sense in the astrological year. You see how I've got my calendars from the 2023 to 2024, and it starts in April with Pisces finishing and Aries starting. I said this before, to me that makes the most sense, because it's like Pisces is always like the first and the last, so that like ends the year and also kind of begins it, and then Aries comes in. So this is like in alignment with my calendar anyway, but obviously there's not 13 months in my calendar, it's just 12. But the way the zodiacs are laid out, I see how it makes sense. But either way, we're not just limiting ourselves to one, because we are multi-dimensional. So we've got that obviously is a master number, so it doesn't break down. But because it is like a 1 and 1, the two energies also there. So I want to pay attention to obviously 5, 3 and 11. So within the matrix, our standard Gregorian calendar anyway. Oh, this cloud, let's just try and talk, hopefully it don't rain. Within the matrix, we've got this 5 energy bringing about change. And again, because it's 14-5, it's kind of like an energetic restriction could be lifted this month. That's kind of what I'm seeing, because it's 5 is the energy of change, and it's coming from the perspective of like a karmic number, so it's like change around that. This kind of resonates with me, especially if you've been feeling like restricted lately, just in life in general, just to the point it's just like, okay, something in my favor needs to happen now. This makes sense because it's a whole karmic number in the matrix. So that is the matrix. Also, these energies are all here this whole month. We've got 3. 3 is like, I don't see 3 as like a number 3. I see as a coil. That's how I see 3. So it's like and the coil is a frequency, or it's the coil where the energy can run along, changing your frequency basically. And so that's what I see with the 3. It's very chaotic, and it can bring about change, sudden change too, because you're on a different frequency. It's creative as well. So I'm seeing creative energy, and obviously you've got the 11. It is a master number, and of course it's like you're going through a door. Again, I don't just see numbers as numbers. I see them as patterns. I see them as symbols. So I see a door there, like you're going through a door. So putting that all together now, it's like on the ground level of nature, we're entering through this door. We're stepping through and entering into a new reality, into new structures. Yeah, into new structures for the 3 energy to coil. Yeah, which will bring about change in our physical immediate hologram, in our reality. So that's what I'm seeing there, like all of that together. Literally, energetically, things are shifting. We know things are shifting. There was the Schumann resonance, which just peaked up to some interesting levels. We've had the Titanic submarine disappear on the 111th anniversary year of the Titanic. There's an energy shift happening here. There's an energy shift, and sometimes I think, whoa, this just looks so crazy. But whoever this resonates with, I hope that it resonates, because one time I just had so much downloads, with numbers and patterns, and I read it all in my book, and I'm just like, whoa, I need to get it out there. So hopefully this resonates with someone, but that's what I'm seeing anyway with the numerology of June. I'm literally seeing we're entering into something new, and change is happening. So to summarize, okay, right, moving on to the transits now that's happening this week. So of course these will be the positions of the luminaries on the 25th of June 2023. This is where they will be, and these are all my socials if you didn't know. TikTok just has an 8 at the end, but all my socials is Kelita Sahliah. And yeah, so task for you, double check that this is where the luminaries are going to be. Don't take my word for it. This is just a board. Okay, don't trust me, trust yourself. So anyway, the transits for this week, we have on the 27th, let me look at my calendar. This is why I love this. Comes in handy, this calendar. So on the 27th, I'm going to show you two so you can see. Hopefully that's showing up. So on the 27th, we have 2 transits happening. Oh, and happy summer solstice, people. Happy summer solstice for yesterday. But on the 27th, we have Venus entering Leo and Mercury entering Gemini. So what is this telling me? Okay. So Venus being our material values, it represents the material physical reality because yeah, just because it does, that's what it represents. It's like based around the number 6, and number 6 is the material. So Venus being the 6th day of the week, the Friday, and number 6 represents the material reality. It's like that pregnant belly, the potentiality, the material basically, and it's what you value in your material reality which allows you to experience it. Because of course, if you value it in your reality, you're going to experience it, or you're going to want to experience it. So this is moving into Leo. So what we value in our reality, we are now wanting to experience it in a confident way, I'd say. Because of course Venus, it does represent, because it represents the material, it is our senses, our pleasures, and how we interact with the physical reality. So we're going to want to react and not react, to interact with our physical reality in this whole Leo confident type of energy. Leo is fueled by the sun, so just naturally it just shines, like outwardly it just shines. It's like, oh, excuse me, it's like, this is who I am, this is where I am, and I'm shining like, yo, I'm the shit basically. So however you value your material is going to be different for every single person, because it depends where your Venus placement is in your chart. Mine is in Taurus, so she's extremely happy there. So it's like experiencing even more than pleasures, just tenfold, in a confident way, and not being shy about it. Because let's be real, sometimes however you choose to interact with our reality, sometimes you may be like, oh, what are people gonna think, blah blah blah, but no one's got time for that. No, you don't business. You're doing it confidently, and you're ready to experience what you value in reality in a confident way. Like I mentioned a lot, like last week with this Leo energy, it doesn't even mean like doing it big or like big or go home type of thing. It's just how you choose to do it, essentially. It could be small, but you're doing it confidently. There's no doubt of, do I want to do this, or oh, am I gonna? There's no doubt. That's you, and that's what you, or how you choose to interact in your physical reality, and you're gonna do it happily. So that's what I'm seeing there with this Leo energy and Venus being in there. And of course, because we've got Mars in Leo as well, it's amplified. So you've got your drive and your passion that's in Leo being Mars. So what gets you up, the fire that lights you up and gets you fueling, that literally gets you up and gets you going, and how you give as well, how you give your energy, is in this confident Leo. Also, how you receive, because Venus is popping up in there now. So the way you receive, or the way you choose to receive, it's in a confident way. So I'm also feeling is if anything is coming in your way and people's trying to give you something and you know, nope, this is not for me, you're confidently going to decline. It's not going to be like, oh, I don't want to hurt such and such feelings. No, it's just, this is what I'm about and you're not giving me what I'm about, what I'm ready to experience in my reality. So no, no, basically. So that's what I'm seeing there anyway. Like confidently your drive and your passion and just what you value in your physical reality. Things are just going to be done a bit more confidently, a bit more boldly, a bit more, hey, look at me, even if no one's looking type of thing. You're just doing it confidently with no doubt. Of course, it's different for everyone. All of these energies manifest in an ample amount of ways for each individual on our realm. Okay, so that's why things are just like general energies here. You need to know your own life and like, okay, this is what I'm about. It could be job, relationship. It could be anything. How this confidentness is showing up and shining. But within your reality, you'll be experiencing this Leo shining energy, and it will be your drive, your passion. You're going to get up going as Mars kicks in anyway. Right, Mercury in Gemini. Mercury entering Gemini, like Mercury. It's super happy in Gemini because Mercury fuels Gemini. Okay, it fuels it, so it's going to have a whale of a time. I'm kind of seeing these energies essentially being amplified, these Mercury energies, basically. So Mercury is the exchanger of energy. It is how we choose to exchange our energy. So that can be from thoughts, the thoughts you have in your head to your heart, literally. Even the communication in your body, your cells, like, oh shit, like, is something wrong with me? That is Mercury. It's telling you something. It's giving you information. It's giving you data. It is the exchange of obviously communication and money exchange as well. It's literally how you choose to exchange your energy. And it's entering into Gemini. Gemini being an air sign fueled by Mercury anyway. I'm seeing fast communications coming in. Potentially, I don't know if it's going to be expected or unexpected, I don't know, but I am seeing fast communication and fast exchange of energy. I'm seeing particularly the crypto market picking up its momentum. Forex market, that's what I'm seeing, just a lot of momentum in the markets, but I will mention or talk more about that on my Sunday video, my Crypto Angles podcast, which is open to the public, but it's not. Okay, I'm keeping it kind of private just for myself, essentially, as I'm growing for my Patreon. But ever so often, especially if I've shown you the calendar, because I base it off my calendar and I do TA, then I upload it to YouTube. So I will be doing this week, but I'm not going to be doing July. I'm not going to be doing July. That will be private for me. So just putting that out there anyway. I'm seeing rain. No, I'm seeing fast momentum. I don't know whether to stop here. Oh, I don't know whether to stop or just keep going. Anyway, I'm seeing fast momentum picking up with our energy exchange. So even money, talking, you might be getting conversations from who, what, where, how. Oh, this rain. Oh no. So that's what I'm seeing there. Shall we move on to the moon? The moon, on this day, it will start in Leo and then it's moving into Virgo. So we've got this whole Virgo energy, and it's then going to touch base on the 29th into Libra. Oh no, into Libra, and then on the 1st, touches into Scorpio and then moves into Ophichus. Can the phone last? I don't know. I'm going to have to go in. Let me pause this. I'm going to kind of stand up, press pause, and then carry on. So this is going to stop a bit. Wait there. you. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, I had to come inside. We're in the kitchen now. Thank you, sweetheart. So anyway, the moon. So the moon now being the mover of our emotions, basically, is touching base in Virgo. So what I'm kind of seeing here is the moon moves our emotions, and it's the thing that gets you, your emotions peaked, basically. It can get you excited, it can get you sad, it can get you whatever to get you moving, basically. That's what the moon does. And it gets you moving, and then your ego attracts experiences to you for you to experience in our physical reality. So the moon, anyway, it's starting out on the 25th. It will start out in Leo, and then it moves into Virgo quite early in the morning. So depending on where you are, it may already just be Virgo. Depends. Get the app. Don't listen to what I say. Get the app and see for yourself for the exact times if you'd like. So what I'm seeing with the whole Virgo energy is just a bit of slowness. So we are moving from, it is going to be the first quarter moon on the 26th. So we are kind of shifting, to be fair, from this slow analytical movements to a bit more quicker movements going towards the end of the week. When the moon is illuminated, it's more illuminated, basically, so you know what to do. The way has been illuminated. When it's dark, when there's no moon in the sky, you're more logical and rational in terms of your decisions, so things may be a bit slower because you're taking your time to decide. So anyway, it is going into this Virgo energy, and it's in Virgo during the shift, during the first quarter moon. So we're moving from more logical based into more trusting our intuition whilst the moon is in Virgo. And it's after the moon, the first quarter moon, that's when the transits happen. So I am potentially seeing like but still a bit, the beginning of the week may still move a little bit slow. It may still move a little bit slow. Something may pop up where you have to truly analyze the situation and look at the details closely, because that's what Virgo does. Virgo being the maiden, it's known as like very analytical and looks at all the details because it wants to know how it can truly give its love, and in order to do that, it wants to make sure it's doing it correctly in the right way. So it's not quick at anything. It wants to look at all the details, which is good. So if anything pops up at the beginning of this week, which is allowing you to just reflect and take a step back and to look at the details, look at every angle possible, then trust yourself. Always trust yourself no matter what. And as I always say, all of this is a tool anyway. Okay, use the tool, don't let the tool use you. If it starts to use you, throw it away. You don't need to look at no astrology. But moving then on to this Libra energy, I'm feeling whatever you've then kind of decided on, we come into this Libra energy, and this Libra energy, Libra's like a really strong manifester. That's how I see it. It's like bringing out what's in your head. You see the dot, and bringing it out into the plane of existence. So that's what I see there. Hold on a second. Wait there. So sorry about that. So this whole Libra energy anyway, I don't know, pay attention to what comes up. There may be, after you've decided something with like Virgo at the beginning of this week, it's then kind of the Libra energy comes to make that happen. Whatever you've decided, the Libra energy comes to bring that out into justice and into scale now. And then the Scorpio energy comes in because whatever it is you've decided, you recognize your strength from it, or there's a shedding. It's either like, oh no, this is my strength and I'm using it as my power, or it's like, okay, I need to let go of this so I can become this. That is the Scorpio energy I'm picking up. And then, of course, we're finishing, which we will talk about more of this in next week, this Ophichus energy, because that's where the moon will start. This transformation begins. So Ophichus is linked to magnesium within the body. So quite literally, it's like the producer or generator, sustainer of energy. This That's what the Ophichus star constellation emits out, essentially. I see all as frequency based. So what I'm kind of seeing is around this whole quick movement of energy and this confident energy, which go and watch last week's video as well, because there's just a lot of it, and it will be the energy for the next month or two. I'm seeing transformation literally within our body. Sorry, can you see that? With the Ophichus energy here, and this whole transformation to kind of get us ready to be in this Gemini and Leo energy, because it's quite potent. So I'm seeing fast movements. I do have to get going soon, so we are moving onto the tarot. So it is the beginning of the month, so we're touching on the energy for this month and then for the week, for next week. So what is the general energy for this month? Ooh, okay, Ace. All right, and what's for this week then? What is the energy for this week? Let's see. There's my tarot book. This week, right, I got these two. That's what I feel called to pick up on, right? So for the month, and we'll take a look at it, we had the Ace of Pentacles and then the Six of Cups. Yeah, we'll take a look at obviously what they mean. I'm not no expert at tarot, okay? I'm putting that out there. I'm still learning. I'm looking through the book, and I just hope more than anything, because sometimes you can see tarot people and you're like, rah, I could never do that. But, you know, I say it goes sometime. And then we've got the Empress, sorry, and the Two of Swords for this week. So, let's take a look anyway. Here's the Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles and Six of Cups for the overall energy of this month. So, Ace of Pentacles, we've got results, prosperity, abundance, being realistic, power to get what you want, being grounded and focused, seeing a way to achieve a goal, trusting in the situation. So, that makes sense. For me, that definitely links with the whole numerology of this month. It links with the whole Gemini energy that's coming in this month as well. So, and the Leo energy, because like, yeah, that makes sense anyway to me. Six of Cups. Let's find the Six of Cups. I will have this added as well at the bottom. I'm using this tarot card for now. I will have it added in the description box if anyone's interested. So the Six of Cups is nostalgia, playfulness, goodwill, sentimental thoughts, childhood memories, doing a good turn, having a clear conscience. So yeah, so I'm feeling potentially, obviously, what's coming back from, like, you know, there's movement, you're reaching your goal, not say reaching your goals, but there's some success happening there. So it's just having like more happy thoughts, because like the Five of Cups is more worry, but this is no worry, it's like happy thoughts. Yeah, you're just more playful. I'm feeling it's going to be quite a good month. I'm seeing it's going to be quite a good month. Okay, and then for this week, we had the Empress and the Two of Swords. So I'm going to read the Two of Swords first. We'll get the negative one out the way. So for this week, we've got blind to the truth this week. Denial, blocked feelings, being unavailable, putting up barriers, pretending one thing and feeling another. So we've got the Two of Swords coming up this week. Oh, and I didn't even mention one thing. Will I have time? I'm going to say it and then I have to go. Yeah, and then of course we've got the Emperor. I forgot to say Neptune is going in reverse, so your dreams are coming up. Let me read the Emperor straight away. abundance, female vitality, sensual pleasure, nurturing, creative and material reward. So didn't I say we've got some like creativity coming in, as we've got the Emperor anyway. We've got this free energy that's underlined within the matrix. We've got, like, I don't know, I'm seeing like a slower start at the beginning of the week. So maybe this is where this comes up, where you're, you know, being a bit blind to the truth, etc., etc. Or something may come up where you are being blind to the truth. I'm not sure. But I am seeing slower energies at the beginning of the week, and then momentum picking up as all of this kind of fluctuates in. And of course, July's energy is for the month. So that is for the month. I was picking that up on. But then these is the end of June. So I feel it's just phasing out June. And I forgot to mention this. The last thing on the 30th of this month, the 30th, we've got Neptune. Oh, I'm not the best at writing this. Retrogrades, basically. Let me put that 30th. Can you see? So the 30th of this month, Neptune retrogrades. And then back to the present moment, I do just want to say, I have said, obviously, I spoke a lot about it last week, so do check that out. The sun has entered Gemini today. The sun has entered Gemini today, and Mars obviously recently went into Leo. And the moon right now is actually in Leo. So again, your emotions may be moving you to something like, oh yeah, this is me, this is what I'm truly doing. Pay attention to what happens there. Ego obviously is now beginning to attract these Gemini experiences to us. So all of this fast pace I was talking about, we're now soon going to experience it in our reality, because we can only experience our reality through our ego, through that piece of technology. Okay, so that is that, and I know that is the present moment, but I am jumping a little forward now just to talk back about Neptune retrograding. I've said many times, retrogrades allows a going over, going back, so you get to not say redo, to basically you get to do what you didn't get done before. You get to look back and go over things. So that's what retrogrades are. And Neptune is retrograding. It's currently in Pisces, and it will retrograde eventually back into Aquarius, and then it will come back out a bit later. But the focus is just the fact that it is retrograding. Neptune is based around our intuition, our dreams, all of our imagination and all of that type of stuff. It's very deep spiritually as well. It recognizes the connection to all and everything. That is Neptune. I see it's very watery. It's very feminine in nature. So what I'm seeing here is that our dreams, for one, our imagination, all the delusional stuff, it can be very delusional. It fuels Pisces, you know. But we are going to now get to go over and do that what didn't get done. This implies our dreams, implies our imagination, our intuition, and things spiritual in nature. So even if you've got like it could be a base around your business, based around how you choose to share, or anything spiritual in nature. What you didn't get done, you're going to be allowed to do it now. And that falls into obviously Saturn retrograding. So it's that spiritual aspect we'll now be able to look at in our time and get that done. So this is why the title was like, your desired or intended reality is materializing, because it's happening, people. But I will have to leave that there. I hope that made sense. Do let me know if it resonated at all. Leave a comment. Please like it if it helped you in any way. I hope it did, and I'll see you for my next week's video, and I'll let you know about the giveaway and the live. I'll keep you updated in the community area, and I'm definitely going to mention it in next week's video as well, because it will be a few days after next week's video. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate you. And with that being said, Angel out. Bye.